Well, hello, everybody. This is Bill O'Leary, and I am going live here. It's part of our weekly thing I do, our weekly series. We call it our Thirsty Thursday series. Um, Sort of a take on, going to the bar on Thursday night. Instead, we're going to provide you good content and information. So, where I go live, I talk about a different topic I run across in my law practice. You see, I'm an estate planning attorney, elder law, probate, and the firm is Legacy Planning Law Group in Jacksonville, Florida. So, Thirsty Thursday. If you're thirsting for knowledge, we will quench your thirst. So this topic I want to talk about is about caregivers and maybe somebody that's caring for you. Well, what if you wanted to include them in your estate plan? So as we grow older, really caregivers take on sort of an increasingly important role. They're not just helpers; they can become friends or trusted companions. They provide things like support, comfort, daily care, all sorts of things. So if there is a caregiver, and whether that person is a family member or maybe a professional who's been by your side for a long time, you may want to, in fact, thank them in a meaningful way. Even if you're paying them for their service, again, they become sort of that trusted companion, your friend, and you may want to take care of them in your estate plan. So it's a thoughtful gesture to include them, but it's also important that you do this in the right way. Do it carefully. Why? To make sure that your wishes are clear, legally sound, and in fact are going to work and are going to be carried out when the time comes. So first, let me talk real quick about why might you include a caregiver. Well, look, caregivers don't need to tell you, but they take on a lot of heavy, demanding responsibilities, both physically, emotionally, maybe sometimes financially as well. And so recognizing and appreciating their decision to work with you and help you and their dedication to you, and recognizing that by including them in your estate plan can help ensure that they're going to be supported and respected for the care that they've given you. So what are some of the options if you wanted to include a caregiver? What are some of the ways you could do that? One, you can include what's called a monetary gift or bequest, a sum of money, maybe by a dollar amount or by a percentage of your estate can be left to the caregiver through a will or a trust. Secondly, personal property, what's called tangible personal property. So if you want to give them something specific, let's say, a vehicle, let's say some furniture, maybe a sentimental item like jewelry, you can include that in your estate plan. Now, this I love, is setting up what's called a revocable living trust. So setting up a trust that can provide for your caregiver, as well as other family members, but that your caregiver can be included as a part of. It's a great way to minimize potential disputes down the road. In fact, using a revocable living trust, it's an outstanding way to provide for a caregiver to minimize the chances of family members complaining about it later. Beneficiary designations. You can name a caregiver as a beneficiary on financial assets like a bank account, retirement account, life insurance, that sort of thing. And then consider a caregiver agreement. So if the care is ongoing and sustained, maybe you could enter into a formal personal care contract, personal service contract to ensure that they're going to get fair compensation now, and that could be referred to for future reference. Now, something else very important. Protect your intentions. What do I mean by that? Well, including a caregiver in your estate plan can raise questions from family members, other beneficiaries, especially if the gift you end up giving them is fairly substantial. So to prevent possible misunderstandings or worse, maybe sort of legal challenges, here are some helpful things you can do. One, document everything clearly in your estate plan. Don't be unclear, don't be ambiguous, be very clear. Two, again, it's back to what I love. Use a revocable living trust to actually make that gift or bequest to the caregiver. So as I just mentioned, using a trust is a great way to make sure that other people can't gum up the works and object to the gift that you're making to the caregiver. Third, consider something like this, maybe a letter explaining your decision. It's going to make sure that your reasons are clearly in writing and known by all. And finally, make updates to your plan when you include them. Include them at a time that you're of sound mind. And if there's any doubt, maybe you start to have declining health, you might want to get sort of a letter of maybe competency from your doctor. One other thing important: steer clear of laws that protect vulnerable adults. These laws may come up if you, let's say, include a caregiver in your estate plan. They may come up. Why? Because your loved ones might try to undo the plan. They may say, hey, well, when you decided to incorporate the caregiver into your estate plan, you were vulnerable, and the caregiver then somehow exerted, undue influence on you to include them in your estate plan. So make sure you work with an experienced estate planning attorney to greatly minimize the chances of anybody coming in and, again, like I say, gumming up the works. Hey, if you have found this video helpful and you want to know a little bit more, or maybe how best to include a caregiver in your estate plan, we would love to talk to you. So, as we do in all these videos, we invite you to go ahead and have a discovery phone call with us. It's a short 15-20 minute call. Get the conversation started, a call with our team. That call is complimentary, no charge. Scheduling is easy. You can either go to our website at legacyplanninglawgroup.com, and all throughout the homepage and some of the interior pages, there are buttons that appear, say, book your free call. Pick on it, pick the day and time that works for you. Or if you are now seeing this video, once we have uploaded it to our YouTube channel, appearing at the bottom of this video now is a box. Click on it, and it's a clickable link, takes you to our the same booking calendar. Pick the day and time that works for you. If you've enjoyed this video, give it a like, and by the way, do subscribe. Mentioning our YouTube channel, do subscribe. So I hope you've enjoyed this talk about including a caregiver in your estate plan, how you go about doing that. I'm going to give another talk next Thursday, God willing, at about the same time, late afternoon or so. Again, part of our Thirsty Thursday series. So if you're thirsting for knowledge, you will be in the right place, and again, we will quench your thirst. So, Bill O'Leary, I'm going to sign off for now. Go make it a great day and a better world.